This episode's brought to you by the Public Domain Shop, a clothing brand inspired by classic literature and film. Use the code WOLF to get 10% off your next sweatshirt purchase.
Fuck, I am useless. I am useless for this fucking video. That was a movie.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I had a good time.
I could tell.
Oh, man. It was great. It's pretty much like Arnold in 2025. It's an Arnold movie. I had a great time. I thought it was a good time. But you, what did you think? Because you weren't as happy as me.
I don't know what to think about this, if I'm being honest. Because, I didn't dislike or hate the movie. And there were plenty of scenes where, from the actual social commentary it's trying to portray, that I don't think 100% pulls it off for reasons I'll get into. As much as there were things I liked about it, I just didn't really care overall what happened.
I mean, how much are you, attached to the 1990 Arnold movie?
I thought it was 87.
Whatever year it came out. 90 was
the truth,
Recall.
I've only seen little bits of it. I've seen all the one-liners where Arnold just goes, "I'll be back," and Richard Dawson's just like, maybe during reruns.
Yeah, no. The one thing, Edgar Wright, if you're listening, please use whatever technology you have to take out Colman Domingo, who did a great job, by the way, and put in Steve Harvey, because we need a Family Feud host up in this movie. That would have been great.
There were scenes where Steve Harvey, with his improvisational, for lack of a better term, charm, might have made scenes a little bit funnier. But at the same time, I don't think that would have fit the character they wrote.
Yeah, but you got Richard Dawson in the first one. You got to continue that. You got Arnold
And believe
Schwarzenegger
me-
on the money.
And
Come
believe
on.
me when I say, there are plenty of moments where during all of the doctored footage in this, Steve Harvey with his weird meme face would just go, "Who the hell? Who invited him on this show?"
Yeah. So this is Edgar Wright. And so this is what Edgar Wright's like. He's made a lot of movies. So, this isn't his first rodeo here.
No.
And it's not my favorite Edgar Wright movie, but it's not his worst.
What?
I think it lacks some Edgar Wrightness.
I don't know. This was kind of my least favorite of the movies I've seen of his, kind of
Ooh.
for some of his trademarks.
No,
Not all of them.
The one after Hot Fuzz, what was that? The World's End, or what's that one?
You don't like World's End?
It's sort of disjointed, and I'm not a big fan.
The ending doesn't work, but I mean, I laughed.
It's okay. I just think that
Not
that
gonna
Shaun
lie
of the Dead
though.
and Hot Fuzz are superior movies. In that
Not gonna lie
trilogy,
though,
artificially.
when I saw Last Night in Soho at TIFF and saw him using all of his directing fingerprints in a different genre like horror, it made me believe that he could be a lot more versatile as a filmmaker. Because I'm pretty
Last
sure
Night in
you
Soho,
love
I love that movie.
you love it more than I
It
do.
has
And
brilliant tension, great pacing.
oh my god.
I like its strained, slow burn and building towards the end. It's literally a movie for me. I love it.
To
I
the
love it
point
so
where
much.
that scene that everyone who's watched the movie remembers, where she has her mouth over, my heart was ready to jump out of my chest. It was kind of a jump the shark moment in regards to that movie, but the rest of it was good. And Thomas and Mackenzie needs to be
my
in more
goodness.
movies just
and the
based
color
on that
palette.
performance. Yes.
And then
The
who played the older person? What's her name?
Diana Rigg?
No, the other, the not Thomas and Mackenzie.
Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy?
Really great.
Yeah.
And Matt Smith, was it? The way
And the
it
scenes
lured
that he was
you
in.
and brought you in. And that's something that I see in this movie that Edgar Wright is really good at. Immediately, we jumped right into, here's the character, here's the setup, right to the show. If you're watching the 1987, I think it is, version,
I'm not
you
sure.
got 20 minutes of Arnold trying to start a revolution and being unemployed before he gets arrested, and it goes on the game show. So at the end of the day, Edgar Wright, right to it, right to the game show, and I very much appreciated that.
Yeah, like every Edgar Wright movie, he trims as much fat out of the story as he possibly can. Not just in terms of writing, but in editing, because so many shots last for about as long as they should. As soon as you visually can see within the frame what the point of it is, it'll immediately cut away to the next one. And he's not against longer takes. When a character is walking from one area of the frame to the other, it will pan or follow them, or there are a couple overhead shots to make you feel like you're actually spying on them, which the fact that this is a dystopian universe that is over-reliant on surveillance. Oh, and so is the movie, by the way.
They have those cubes with the circle things, and they're like,
Yeah, they have those weird Mr. Terrific spheres.
The Google Home Minis are coming to get y'all. They look like Google Home Minis.
Like I said,
right?
I'm not
they're,
convinced for a second.
hallucinating.
I'm not convinced that this is sci-fi based on some of the shit that gets brought
I don't
up.
know. I mean, they had lampposts with like DNA scanning. That's a stretch.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bill Gates were to announce a proposition like that.
Yeah,
within
but
the
like
next
you
couple
have to
of years.
touch something to get DNA. It just can't scan DNA out of air.
Trust me, the very example within this movie was stupid, but
Yeah.
and
But
how Michael Cera found that out, I have absolutely no idea.
Michael
How he gets
Cera?
any of this information, I have no idea.
information is vague. It's a good time. It's one of those movies you're like, yeah, this is fun. I like it. And that's okay.
See, here's the thing. If there was more action in the movie for me and it lasted longer than it did, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more because, I don't know, watching Hot Fuzz and World's End, I remember an action scene not only being built up, but actually lasting for like a few solid minutes. With this one, it always felt like scenes just started and ended because they were trying to trim some fat. Like the second they press the button, it's just like, they're here. All of a sudden, guns are blazing. I'm just like, wait, seriously? We're jumping into this already?
Yep.
And then there's
superpowers. Boom! Bad guys.
And then there's more padding of like Glen Powell and company running or being chased as opposed to like getting hands on. And I know some people are going to say, well, it's called The Running Man. There has to be running and chases. What do you expect? And don't get me wrong, there are sequences where that works. I especially like a car chase that is mostly filmed from the point of view of Glen Powell in the trunk, and you only get to see the outside once a bullet actually goes through the trunk. That part was really cool. Like listening to the other voices of the drivers, the car vrooming back and forth as he's just getting banged all over the place. That stuff was really cool. But the stuff that's advertised in the trailer, where they're actually throwing grenades, shooting, getting hand-to-hand combat, all the best parts are already in the trailer, and I have no idea how many times we saw it
I saw
watching
the trailer
other
a lot,
movies.
so.
Way too many times, which I was afraid was going to ruin
Hey,
a little bit of the suspense,
You know,
and it did.
what's that Chris Pratt movie that literally told us the whole movie in its trailer? They're like, this is going to happen now, and then this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Because you don't believe Chris Pratt can make a movie because you saw Jurassic whatever they're making.
From the producer of War of the Worlds comes another screenlight thriller.
Yep.
Dude didn't learn jack
And they dragged
shit.
Rebecca Ferguson into this. Come on, she's great. Don't do that.
Let's face it, they dragged Chris Pratt. He's above shit like this.
Chris Pratt. But no, he made that Tomorrow War movie where they're like, oh, we're going to draft citizens. And I hate that movie. Amazon, what the heck?
I forgot you hated that movie.
That movie makes me angry. Physically angry. I just want to like beat up my TV.
Which is weird. I figured it would be tailor-made for you.
No, because they're like, hey, you're in the military now. By the way, you're drafted. All right, hold this. You're in the war zone. Don't die. Who runs a military that way? You have to train your soldiers. You can't just be like, well, do you know how to fight? Because you're Chris Pratt. That's not an excuse. I don't like that movie.
Oh yeah, this is a Running Man review.
I do like The Running Man.
And I thought it was fine. I mean, if you go into this just wanting to see Glen Powell be charismatic as hell and kick some ass,
He does that.
you're definitely going to get that. Yeah. What really surprised me was just how angry of a character he was.
He is so angry. He's the
I don't
angriest
know-
character to ever be on this network review.
I don't know how psychopathic or on the verge of being a psycho Arnold was in the original, but right from the opening scene, he needs people, friends and family around him in order to not kick the shit out of the people he despises
he has to
most.
bring a baby to a meeting so he doesn't beat a guy up.
Which makes him unreliably dangerous, but also still relatable at the same time. Like, you can tell the rage is out of genuine compassion for others. Why am I stuttering on this?
Because this baby has a flu and he's got to get the cure, the answer. Running Man. Join the game show.
Yeah, and I mean, it gives you a simple but understandable motive that, I'm not going to lie, I kind of forgot about over time just because the family is so inconsequential and doesn't really factor into the movie. In fact, there's an alleged twist surrounding the fate of this movie where you know within a split second it's a load of shit, but
I don't know. I thought for a minute, I'm like, I don't know, because they've been manipulating reality, so you don't quite know. And remember, he even says it. He's like, breaking the fourth wall with dialogue. He's like, how are you going to know if I did it or not? You're not going to believe me.
I know, but like that still seemed like an easy way out.
Yeah, talk about wasted potential on William H. Macy. Wanted more out of that guy.
I wanted more
I
wanted more out of William H. Macy, but he only has 2 scenes, and his character really doesn't make all that much sense.
It's just William H. Macy in a doomsday bunker.
With what looked like a fake mustache, even though he could grow one easily. But yeah, he's only in it for 2 scenes. What should have been a climactic, I don't know if it was a death or not. Like, the violence was weirdly obscured in that one.
Yeah.
I wanted more of him. I did want more of Colman Domingo because he has this sophisticated, charming, but still sadistic edge in his line delivery and over-the-top as hell performance. Like, he really knows how to portray a game show host, especially the ones from the 80s.
In the original Running Man, the game show host is like the real villain who's running all the strings. And so
I figured.
So then, Arnold's mad at Richard Dawson. And that makes it more personal because in the game show host, and then when he does the movie does the same thing, the end of this movie does the same thing as the 87 movie. So when you get to that end and he does get the game show host, is more personal.
Was Richard Dawson basically like the same persona that he was on the original Feud, or was he actually
he was basically a Family Feud person but evil.
I wasn't sure if he was like playing a character like he did on Hogan's Heroes and such, or if he was just playing himself.
He's like Richard Dawson on Family Feud, like kissing old ladies, but he's evil and corrupt.
You beat me to the fucking kissing part.
Oh yeah, he's great. He gives out prizes too in the audience. He's just like running around,
which this one technically does. In fact, one of the other contestants in this, the people who murdered her. Fucking hell, that was one of the most creepy scenes in the entire movie. But I wanted more of Bill Macy. I wanted more of Colman Domingo. It's no secret that Michael Cera is really only in like 1 or 2 scenes tops, but it doesn't really matter because
what he's got.
And he embraces every little bit of it. I think that's all the underutilized actors because, we'll get into what makes.
You were so mad at that one guy. It made me so happy. I was enjoying your reaction to Guy. I don't even know what his name was. I don't think it matters. Guy.
No, I think because I am trying to forget like hell. I think his name was like Tim, short for Timothy or some shit. Oh, that's right. He had
the code. He's like, my name is Tim.
He seriously fucking did that.
Yes, he did.
Edgar Wright.
It amused me greatly.
Edgar Wright. I thought you could write comedy and good characters. What the fuck? Funny. That was not funny.
He went to get a sandwich and he got takeout.
No, don't spoil that part yet. They're in an elevator with all of these other contestants who are like applying for other game shows because that is the sick and twisted thing about it. You can apply for game shows in this. You do not get to choose which one you participate in, which is awesome. Like, there's one where you answer trivia questions, and if you get one wrong, you have to ride a hamster wheel, which will either send you to the hospital and you will die unable to pay hospital bills, or you'll just fucking die. Yeah. Where fucking Sean Hayes, dressed like Stanley Tucci from Hunger Games, is the host.
Oh.
Yeah, that was Sean Hayes.
I had to look twice. I recognize.
He's in the main credits, and he's only in that one scene.
Maybe they had more of him. You know what?
There had to have been more.
You know what I really wanted in this movie? Because they had that like knockoff Kardashian thing they were throwing throughout.
Oh, we'll get to that, but I just need to say this part because this was the one time I talked to you in the theater when Tim, short for Timothy, is stuck in the elevator with all these other people. It's just like, hey, you want to go around saying each other's names and a fun little fact? And I'm like, what is this, fucking kindergarten? And all the times that they're going through like the trial run montage where they're basically trying out for Wipeout with all of those, which was actually really cool to see. Yeah. But honest to fucking God, based on that elevator scene alone, I leaned over to him and I said, I hope he dies first.
He did.
So fucking pathetically. And I mean, honest to God, like what... However dumb a mistake you think a guy like this made, he fucking made it.
That would be me in the Running Man.
You would go around saying, hey, you watch The Running Man? Recognize this face?
I would probably order food and just live my normal life till I died.
Yeah, but that's the second character. Like, they make it abundantly clear in this one underground revolutionary group that there are...
I ate tape.
Yeah, like
High-A tape is that good. It's 4K now.
this movie is so digital that analog is considered like underground and terrorist-like.
I mean, like, yeah. Have you seen a VHS, Tyler?
Yes, I still have all of them in my fruit cellar.
You know what my brain wants? I want that fake Kardashian show to be the car that he got into near the end.
Oh,
That's what I
God.
wanted to tie together.
that would have been even better.
That's what I wanted, but I never got that.
There was a running gag where literally the only other thing other than the Running Man is this Kardashian knockoff called the Americanos, where, I don't know, a bunch of daughters and their mothers still live in the same house or some
You took my
shit
shoes,
like that.
and now I want them back because your feet smell like mice or something.
Your feet smell like dead mice!
That's it. Yeah, like, what is this? What is this?
And once they reconcile at someone's wedding or bachelorette party or something like that, Glen Powell keeps turning on and off the remote during the parts where they actually get along, and then unmutes the parts where it's just like, well, maybe you shouldn't have done this, bitch.
You know, we missed a really good opportunity to have a Kendrick Lamar song, TV off of GNX. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. That could have been a song in the movie. Because Edgar Wright did not put that much music in the movie. Which
No.
I think we could have had a few more songs and it wouldn't have taken the tone away, but I don't think it was absolutely necessary. It was definitely his choice at the end of the day. And I'm like, oh, you could add more.
I'm not really sure what kind of tone they were going for here, because one thing I did like that is a usual trademark of his is the matching scene transitions or the complete another wipe, where as soon as you do...
It's me, I'm back. That was our transition. Hi, what's up?
And I really miss those in movies, I gotta be honest. And like those usually work better in a comedy as opposed to an action movie that's trying to have a socio-political message when it's not also trying to replicate...
destroy everything.
In the last 10 minutes, it
yeah.
is much more anarchic than one battle after another, which I did not think was possible.
No, one battle after another was too preachy and boring. This one was too random.
This one was preachy, but not as much.
Yeah, it was like overthrow the government or something. That's, I think, what they were trying to say.
And here's my problem. Like, this movie has a totalitarian government that relies on doctored AI footage of people to spread misinformation, lies, everything. They can do it in real time. And the idea basically that Glen Powell gives in this final monologue is to stop watching TV in order to hate each other, go outside, talk to real people, like actually come together and stand up against the government. And I'm just like, wow, a Hollywood movie made by millionaires telling us to not trust a system run by rich millionaires who run said industry that made your fucking movie.
It's the same message as the first movie. It's the same thing. So it's whatever Stephen King put in.
Yeah, but I mean, this current climate of Hollywood is the very fucking thing this movie claims to be against. And there's no way in hell that these actors realize that they're not taking their own advice. Like, Josh Brolin, I've seen on Joe Rogan and a bunch of other stuff. I believe that he's a moderate guy. And the fact that he's playing the villain, in my opinion, that actually makes sense. And Josh Brolin should have been in this movie a hell of a lot more, because dude is over the top and menacing in just the right ways, where he has that shit-eating grin and that weird like squint in his eyes, and the constant film noir-ish shadows around him that just, even though he sits behind a desk the majority of the time, he has power, and you really feel the emotional control that he has over him. I'm really stumbling in like trying to make comparisons in this. Yeah.
I'm not good at comparisons either, so that's like, okay.
Yeah, but like, you've had less sleep today than I've had, so like, I have no excuse to stumble through this video. But
yeah, that's okay. I like this movie. I think it's fun.
And to be honest, if there wasn't so much exposition about this dystopian universe in between the action scenes, that, like I said before, I don't think we're built up as much or really we're spent that much time on to begin with. So here's the thing. We talked about this in Tron Ares, where you just wanted a dumb action movie and you got it.
That was great.
And that was what I wanted too. But one thing I forgot to mention in that video that I'm going to say now is that usually when I go see a movie like that, where I know the plot's going to be stupid and boring or whatever, I just want this actor, this action scenes, this music, and I get it. The stuff I want is always like minuscule in comparison to the bullshit story that this is still trying to take seriously and they devote way more time to. If that makes any sense.
You wanted dumber story and more action, yes?
Well, if it's going to be like the Arnold movie, if you're going to do something that has a political message, one, don't preach about it, don't over-explain, just show the environment, because aside from some slums where people, like, have real shit clothes, there's graffiti all over the place, and, again, like, totalitarian police and army units, we don't really know that much about this universe, other than the fact that the only safe way to spread out true information is with analog technology, like printing, beta tape, all that stuff, which was really cool to see.
The hot dog cart should have been a bomb.
God, that's what I thought it was gonna be.
I wanted it to be a bomb so bad. I was like, that's a bomb. It wasn't.
Yeah, seriously, have one of Hank Hill's propane tanks and just light it up. Which is technically what they did in the Veterans Shelter, Motel, whatever that was.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers leveled a building like that, too. In the Blues Brothers. Great
That's
movie.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Carrie Fisher had a rocket launcher.
Fuck, this movie needed more Lee Pace, too.
Who's that? Is that the bad guy?
The guy with the mask?
Man.
Who wasn't really that interesting until he took off the mask.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, like, he's just standing there, and yeah, he looks cool with the mask, sunglasses, and beret, but, like, that's the thing. The hunters in this aren't really in it all that much, and they don't really interact with Glen Powell either.
In the 87 Arnold version, the hunter's like a big fat guy with spikes who sings opera and electrocutes people. Like, that's interesting. There's a hockey player with blades. They have these ridiculous, over-the-top villains.
I know there's a guy with a buzzsaw. It's just like, this saw's a part of me, and now I'm gonna make it part of you.
Yeah.
You have the right. Keep it.
Yeah, but we did get the one-liner. What's going on? You'll have to tune in and find out. In the original,
you chuckled like hell.
That's
when
great
that one
because
came
it was
up.
pretty much just rehashing. You forgot the first rule of show business: give the people what they want. And then he kills the host, and he's like,
There's one thing I know they kind of sort of did. Instead of when Arnold picks up the TV, it's just like, you cold-blooded bastard. I am going to run my fist into your stomach and break your goddamn spine, and throws the camera.
No. He's like, but this is my brain. I live for Arnold quotes. Like, if we were quoting like Batman and Robin, like I could put this on ice, but we're not. So, what he says? He's like,
fuck you for that ice joke. Fuck you for that ice joke.
Chill, Tyler. No, he's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this camera and I'm going to shove it up your ass. That's what he says.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist. Okay, that part I remember.
Yeah. He's got to shove the camera. Nah, I love ice puns.
Instead of that scene, it's really just Powell picking up the drone and just going, stop fucking filming me!
Did they say that a couple times?
They do that quite a bit. The hostage, who I'm willing to bet had a bigger role in the original than she did in this.
Well, technically, in the original, they didn't have a hostage. They had a person who was running in the game. So there's the girl who randomly gets thrust into it because she's sort of that accomplice who gets brought along, who sees him sort of try to escape from this prison. Okay. So she's brought along, she's an accomplice, not because she's driving along and gets brought into the game. So she's brought in right along at the beginning of the movie in the first 20 minutes so that they have two people to play off of instead of one in the original.
I just remember her saying, what happened to Buzzsaw? He had to split.
See, these
sorry
if
my Arnold impression's not that good. Here's the thing. If I have no comparisons to the original, it's because my parents did not bring me up on Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester
What? They did
Stallone.
not bring you up on Arnold? They didn't want you to watch the Arnold movies like, look at me, I'm Terminator.
No, because my parents just didn't like Arnold or Stallone.
Didn't like Arnold?
The most my dad has ever watched of Stallone was Tulsa King. And
Tulsa King's great.
He didn't even like it at first. He literally told all of his neighbors, it's just like, I should not have to remind myself that Stallone is Italian.
Do they not like fun? Because it's like
it's
super
not
fun.
Their kind of fun.
Dumb
Look,
movies.
here's the thing. Arnold and Stallone movies he would only watch if they were Clint Eastwood or Gene Hackman. Those were
Terminator
his action
2,
heroes.
At least. You had to be brought up with Terminator 2.
Terminator 2, yes.
Yeah. At least that one, or maybe Kindergarten Cop. Maybe.
It's Kindergarten Cop was too stupid for that.
It's not.
Although my parents do like True Lies. That was one that they did watch.
I like that one. That's a good movie. That's James Cameron's best movie. True Lies.
One of them, which reminds me, there will be no review of us talking about Avatar Fart and Ass, just because
I do not need to see that movie because I haven't seen the first one or the second one, and I have no intention of seeing them.
Let's put it this way.
If I wanted to watch Blue People, they made a Smurfs movie that I also avoided.
Let's put it this way. My family redboxed the original, and they don't even remember watching it.
Blue People.
I seriously tell them, like,
I'm Sigourney Weaver. Wow.
I literally told my parents, we watched this, like, a year after it came out, and they're just like, no, we didn't. And I'm just like, yeah, back when Redbox was a thing. It's just like, when? Man, but I said this, and I haven't heard you laugh this hard in a while, when I was describing what these Avatar movies are. These are... This is the TV display when you're not using it.
Yeah, he's like, look at the cool city with Godzilla and the different pretty colors, and they'll spin. And then it will say, the brand of your TV. You are here.
I know we haven't really described I know we described how we felt about this movie more than we actually explained why we liked it, but...
I like it because it's fun.
There were definitely fun moments. There were action scenes that were decent. I do think Edgar Wright needs to hold the camera still more often because
I like the movement. It kept the momentum going. I really dug that.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Even though there were violent death scenes, most of them are like montages of like other Running Man contestants who are like brutally shot the fuck up. And the commercials for these were some of the funniest bits for me where I'm not kidding. One of them literally starts off by saying, America, the greatest fucking country in the world. And I'm just sitting there going, is this a Troma universe?
Oh, maybe. Maybe this is set next to the Toxic Avenger. Maybe it's like 500 years after the Toxic Avenger.
God,
and
that would have
been... This is how society has come to be.
That would have
Toxie
been fucking
is the
awesome.
ruler of the universe, and you know, Glen Powell has to take him down.
And not gonna lie, some of my favorite kills, some of my favorite fights in this were from the drone perspective that actually made it a little more hands-on.
I want Glen Powell to beat up Peter Dinklage in a movie now. That would entertain me greatly.
I'd be open to that.
Yeah, like a alternate elf universe. He's like the tallest elf, and he's like the shortest elf, and then they fight. Because he's an elf, right?
I know he's in Elf. I know he wasn't.
But he could have been Elf. If Will Ferrell didn't do the role or something. Who knows?
But yeah, like, especially considering how many of these fights take place at night, I didn't think the handheld camera work and quick cut editing really helped all that much with this. Plus, every time someone got like stabbed or sliced, it would always cut away on impact, and I'm just sitting there going,
they were trying to get a lower rating so they could have a broader audience?
No, because live television in this universe has no censors. Like, you could say America is the greatest fucking country in the world, literally with that, or I'm still here, you shit eaters, and just like no censor bars or anything. Like, kids TV, I don't think exists in this universe. Hell, TV doesn't exist. It's Freevee.
Well, remember, they do have TVs that don't watch you. William H. Macy told us that.
They also have TVs that, like, have screens on both sides for whatever reason.
I don't know. Maybe they're just like, you know what?
That was
maybe
weird.
If you're on the other side of the room, you gotta see it. Or maybe when they were doing the special effects, they're like, it doesn't work unless they put it on the other side.
You know what? Who am I kidding? Like, that'll be a TV in 2 years.
I mean, like 3D came and went, so who knows? Double-sided TVs are coming for you. We got foldable phones.
Actually, you know what?
Look out, future. Yeah, no, that'll be a fad. I don't see the idea of a double-sided TV. I'm not gonna be on the other side of my TV. Is it gonna lower from the ceiling and I can just like pick a side? That'd be stupid. It'd be like those Temu things are like, look, this amazing projector you can set up in your room. You can buy a bulldozer on there. Did you know that?
I don't care.
You buy a backhoe and a bulldozer and like full construction equipment. It kept advertised to me. It's pretty crazy that you could buy a bulldozer on the internet. And I sort of want one, but I also do not need it, and it probably won't work.
Maybe.
Ever want to just get a bulldozer? But Running Man, I loved it. I had a good time. It's dumb.
I wanted... I didn't have a bad time watching this, but at the same time, I didn't care. Like, as much as charismatic as Glen Powell is in this, he definitely brings his A game. He brings an angrier side to his personality that's different from all the other characters he's played. And the fact that there were so many side actors who could have been a lot more impactful. There were action scenes that could have been a hell of a lot more exciting. This just felt generic.
Don't worry, this movie is for anyone but you.
Trust me, I doubt that. And like I said before, it feels weird having millionaires who are part of the system lecture us about why we should not trust millionaires who are part of the system.
You know what the Lonely Island said? My dad's not a phone. You can't trust the system. I threw it on the ground.
We'll have more to say in our Keeper review tomorrow, so look forward to that. Thank you for joining me on this one, even though this was more of an incoherent rant. This is
This is a very coherent rant from me. This is a normal rant, like normal, understandable rant.
Well,
it's
okay.
not as yelly as it
It's
could be.
incoherent for me. Like, I think I had more words of wisdom when we talked about Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. That's interesting.
Big, bold, beautiful. I love that intro. That's fun.
That would have been more fun if, like, my camera could film through your screen and we would have done it just
didn't
like
work
the
out.
movie.
We tried very hard on that.
We did try, yeah.
Yeah. Say something awesome, Tyler. What are we doing? You gotta end the video. Be all cool. Be like, hey, I'm Tyler. I'm the cool movie review guy.
Chances are... Fuck, I am useless. I am useless for this fucking video. This was supposed to be dumb fun, and this was just dumb.
I agree, Tyler.
God.
This is where you cut it.